My name's Chris Reynolds, and we are honoring my father, who was a second lieutenant in World War II. He started in the U.S. Army Air Corps and had the funny story to tell me that they allowed at that time, he went through boot camp and then his buddies were all going to Air Force, so they allowed you to quit, even though he had lied at age 17 and joined the Air Corps then. They allowed him to quit if he was joining another branch, and he joined the Air Force and went back through boot camp again. So then he became an Air Force pilot and was all gung-ho to go overseas. He was a very good pilot apparently, and they kept him stateside to be a training pilot. Prior to the war, he was a crop duster in Texas, owned his own airplane before he ever owned a car, he said, and used to get all the competition because instead of peeling out at the last minute at the telephone poles, and he would fly under the telephone poles, under the wires, and be able to dust the crops all the way to the end of the rows. And so he was quite successful, and of course that probably increased his skill as a pilot. But he became a pilot for Delta after a stint there of about 10 years in Miami. And that's where I was born. He was offered the job to be the head of the training department for Delta, so we moved to Atlanta. The fondest memory of Dad is probably, to be completely honest, is his pilot stories, because they are just crazy to imagine that you could do the things that he did. After he was in the training department with Delta, and in this small town in Texas where he's born, he would fly those big Super DC-8s down to El Campo, Texas, and do barrel rolls right off the deck. And everybody's like, okay, there's Stan. He was a hoot.